Yes, hello, good evening, and welcome to United Sauce and Wingers. My name is Dominic. You've got Sean here, and tonight this is the Everton preview. Obviously, we're going to talk about other stuff as well because everything's pressing. There's always stuff. Ollie's press conference, what's happening with Lingard. Like, there's so much to talk about, but we have to talk about the game tomorrow. This is a big game, huge game. We've done it before. We can do it again. We are going to have fun tonight, guys. Sean, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good man. Mad week, but football always brightens up the week, so I'm looking forward to the game, man.
Mate, it always brightens up when you beat a team 9-0, man. I'm still kind of like, still doesn't feel a little bit real, mate. I know people will say, "Oh, it's over now." It was over. No, mate. 9-0. Our goal difference. We're top goal scorers. We're having a good time. We feel good. I feel good. And you know what I want to do about this game? I've titled this show, "Can we do this against 11?" Sean, can we do what we did against Southampton against 11 men? Because, Sean, I'm going to be honest with you, man. We've got a lot of basically haters, doubters, people that were saying, "Oh, yeah, you only did it because you had 10 men. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what the worst thing I've heard, Sean? Some people going, "Oh, mate, you only beat them 9-0 with 9 men." Mate, are you having a laugh? They had 9 men for like about 10 minutes, maybe freaking less.
That's what I was saying after the game. I was just like, look, and I said it on the last show. It was like, how are you saying we only scored 9 goals because there had 9 men on the field? It's just like, as soon as you say that, as soon as those words come out of your mouth, I've already switched off, bro, because you're just a hater. Like, don't talk to me. Don't waste. I'm not gonna waste my time giving you any airtime. You're just wasting your breath. Just keep it moving on to the next, man. I ain't got no time for that. Time for that.
Ain't nobody got time. It's been a long week at work. I'm sure you guys have had a hard week. I just want to just enjoy what we've done. Look, we saw. Did you see the Tottenham game yesterday, bro? I know I'm digressing.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. It's all football. You know, we're football fans out here. Honestly. I watched. Yeah, I tuned in and out of it. I was working, but I had it on in the background. I was checking it. Tottenham are done out here, bro. Tottenham are done out here, man. Do you know what, Mourinho? I can see him getting the sack within. Yeah, I can see him. I can see him facing the sack. He might make it to the end of the season, but they really got to start picking up some results. If they don't pick up some results, he's out the door, mate.
Mate, Tottenham Hotspur without Kane is like, I don't know, me going out for a walk in the forest with no shoes on. It just don't make sense, mate. They are literally unmanaged. They don't know what they're doing, coming or going. Son had a chance when he was running down the middle. No one passing the ball. Without Kane, they're nothing. Yesterday was a prime example of anti-football, and I can proudly say we don't even do that at our worst. We are not that. Like, when we set back, bro, when we go forward, but they weren't even trying to go forward hard in that first half. It was awful. It wasted my night. I ended up going to watch The Cabins on ITV2. It's about this dating show. They go in a cabin. It's hilarious, man. That's how I felt about the game. It was terrible, man. So,
bro, you got too much time on your hands, man. I don't even know what half these shows are about.
What are you talking about, man? I'm in the evening. I want to watch some TV, something easy. And it's about basically, I'll tell you, it's a dating show, right?
Go on, tell me.
It's a dating show, and there's these cabins in the Cotswolds, a beautiful part of England, lovely. And they pre-match people, right? Yeah. And you might have a guy and a girl, whatever, or a girl and a girl, and they match them based on, I don't know, questionnaire or their background. Anyway, they meet for the first time in this cabin, and they just have to get on and see how it goes. And if they like each other, they can extend their cabin stay each night. And I was like, okay. And there's a little bit of
so
fun.
Have a bit of nookie on there as well, yeah.
Mate, one thing I saw though is that the one thing I saw is that this girl was there, and she had to go to the toilet. And she was like, "Look, I know we just met each other, but we have to do this." And she asked the guy to pass over some baby wipes. I was like, you know what? she is comfortable, isn't she?
Okay.
She is comfortable.
Okay.
Man. Anyway, we digress.
Interesting. Is it like one of those log cabins kind of things?
Yeah, really nice.
Oh, bro, I've always wanted to go. Do you know what? Me and my I was looking to go to one of those just before lockdown hit for a nice weekend away, as you like.
There you go, mate.
It didn't materialize in the end because lockdown came into effect. Whereabouts is it based? Where is it being filmed?
The Cotswold or something, mate. Look, this is how uninspiring that game was. I was watching a dating show called The Cabins. Very Well Fleck was. It's honestly All or Nothing. It's got more entertainment as part of that game. Honestly, Very Well Fleck. It's true, man. Well, who's in the house tonight?
What's going on, people?
Ankit, what's going on, player? Hope you're doing good, man. Of course, we got Nagy. Nagy will be
Big
here for the reaction tomorrow night after Everton. I'm not going to say after we beat them because we'll talk about that in a minute. Very Well Fleck. I actually won't be surprised if we end up not winning. Oh, we could talk about that too. Chris is in the house as well. What's up, Chris? We've got Theodore's there as well.
Big up.
We've got Buggy Vibes. Jose was the reason why most of our players were bad under him at United. Yeah, he was not a good manager. He started talking about himself again, Sean. He started talking about himself with Tottenham and anybody could win trophies at Chelsea. I did, and I was like, oh, come on, mate.
Jose. He can't help himself. He can't help it. That guy, yeah, he's an absolute narcissist. Do you know what? But he's done. He might as well. I think if he gets sacked from Tottenham, so I say when he gets sacked from Tottenham, because we know he will. I hope he should just retire from football because he's never coming back. He's never gonna be the special one ever again. So it's like his management hasn't adapted. His man management has not adapted. He is obsolete in modern day football.
Obsolete, man. You actually like it. Wow. And look, I feel sorry for him because he's brought us some good characters and that personality that we need in the Premier League. At the end of the day, this is entertainment. I was watching the match yesterday and I came out of myself. I must have been really tired. I was like, wait a minute. All they're doing is kicking the ball. And I love it. You know what I mean? It's just like, what's happening? Do you know what I mean? They're just kicking the ball on the pitch and I can't get enough. It's just crazy if you think about it. I can't get enough.
You need to get out more, Dom.
Millions and billions of money into this, and we just watched a couple of guys hit a ball in the net. I love it, and I never want it to stop. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna look at the preview for Everton. We're gonna talk about some of the latest news as well. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new. We're only 3 away from 300 subscribers. So if you know anybody, any family, friends that can subscribe, that'd be amazing. And we'll grow little by little and enjoy it while we do it. So guys, Sean, this is a huge game tomorrow. Huge game. Oh yeah, I was watching Buggy Vibe. Did you watch? This is a good point actually. I was watching Expression's video about the preview to the game, and he had that Sophie from that Chelsea TV. Mate, that video there's too many lines went across there. It was too raw for me. I feel like he just crossed too many lines. Just watch the video after. He just went too far. But anyway, it's poor. It's poor. Spurs and Chelsea were terrible. But what I want to talk about in this video, guys, is we beat Southampton, and we will never know how it would have been if they had 11 men. Never. For me, Sean, I'm going to be honest with you, it would not have been 9-0. Not in the slightest. It's just we just don't do that. I don't know how the game would have gone, but people keep saying, oh, because it was 9 men, blah, blah, blah. Can we take that mentality to the game tomorrow and do it? Sean, give me your opening statement, bro.
You know what? I think, obviously, look, it's a fair point to say that they had 10 men from minute 1. Forget 9 men. I'm not hearing that. The game was already done. We won the game. And like I said, was when they went down to 10 men after 2 minutes, my first reaction was like, oh no. It was like, I hope the team don't take their foot off the pedal, which we've seen them do, because we know Southampton are going to go on a low block, and they could have made it a difficult night. If we didn't do the right things, it could have been a very, very difficult night. Yeah. But the fact remains is that the team, what they showed is a hunger from minute 1, a desire, a focus, application to do the right things. And also, which was interesting, they were patient, bro. Like, we weren't rushing our passes. Bruno was keeping the ball better. The team, we were actually working the patterns of play, which people have been saying they want to see, that they're not seeing under Ollie. The patterns of play, we were working the patterns of play, and they actually starting to come to fruition now in terms of the way that we're trying to play. I saw it against Arsenal. I saw it against Liverpool in the recent games in terms of getting down the flanks, getting in behind and putting in quality balls into the box. The only difference with those games is the big chances that we created to win those games, we just didn't take them. And basically, the only difference I saw against Southampton was we actually finished off those chances, and we just kept doing it over and over again. Look how many of our goals came from crosses, Dom. That is
Sean,
most of the
what was
goals
that
were coming
about?
from crosses.
On that point, though, I've never seen us cross that much. What was different about this game? Why were we?
Go back and watch. No, go back and rewatch the Arsenal game. Rewatch the Liverpool games. The two draws where people are like, oh, it was basically the world. It was like basically like the world was going to end because we drew two games against Arsenal and Liverpool. And go and watch the chances that we created. How did Cavani's two misses? How did they come about? It's from crosses into the box. So the patterns of play were there. We just didn't finish the chances. And it was like against Southampton, all of the work that they've been doing on the training pitch ultimately came to fruition. So it's lovely to see. Against going into Everton, obviously, I don't expect us to win 9-0, but I fully expect us to show up, put in a great performance, and continue this momentum going into the cup game against West Ham.
Well, on your crossing bit, though, I see what you're saying. I'm always going to play devil's advocate here and look at both sides for all the fans that are thinking in different ways. What's going on, Edwin? Good to have you here, bro. And all the fans that are thinking in different ways. I know you said that we were always trying to cross, but we weren't finishing it. But isn't it ironic that now the crosses are working when we were playing 10 men? Did that come down to the extra space we had because they had 10 men, or was it nothing to do with that and we were just finishing our chances?
They're not going to have extra space, man. Right? Basically, when you go down to 10 men, it makes it even harder to find those spaces because the team will go into a low block, 2 banks of 4. Ask anyone that's played football. If you have 2 banks of 4 defending correctly with the right application, it is flipping hard. No matter if you've got an overload of an extra man, it's hard to make it count if the other team has their shape and defends right. You have to be patient. You have to find the spaces. So I think it's unfair to say the crosses only. I don't know even what you're trying to say is that it was the fact that we had 10 men, which is the reason why we were able to actually have effective crossing. I think that's absolute nonsense because, again, like I was saying to you, Dom, that argument falls down because we had the chances in the previous games. We just didn't take them. The crosses were finding their men, Pogba and Bruno. Pogba and Bruno against Liverpool, Cavani against Arsenal. The chances were there. So the crosses we were working the positions. I was saying at the time, we were working the patterns, we were working the opportunities. We just didn't take our chances.
So is that our new strategy then? Because I'm just posing different questions to you because I'm thinking aloud and thinking about all the different sides. Is that our new tactic then? Are we now a kind of pass, wait for space, and cross team? Are we that sort of team now?
Do you know what? It seems like it. And if you think back to, again, I always go back to Ollie's a student of the game. And who is he a student of? He's a student of Sir Alex Ferguson. And under Sir Alex Ferguson, how did we play? We always had wingers, always put crosses into the box, and we always use fast, direct attacking football. So it may well be that this is another element of the game that we're trying to develop. Instead of always trying to go through the middle, through Bruno, we need to be able to play different ways. We need to have different points of attack. We need to be able to counter-attack fast on the break. We need to be able to keep possession. We need to be able to dominate. We need to be able to use precision and intricate play. So for me, I'm just seeing a lot of versatility, a lot of different ways of attacking. And I'm seeing a consistent theme of pattern emerging in recent times, which I think only bodes well because the quality that we're getting from our fullbacks now on both sides, from Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, but especially what I'm impressed with is Wan-Bissaka, the amount of quality balls he's putting into the box now, the criticism he's been getting that he can't attack, he's one-dimensional on this channel and from others. It's really good to see that the quality that we're getting now into the box from both flanks is really stepped up. So for me, just the way it's looking at it, Dom, that's very important because if we can get Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw bringing those balls into the box, that gives us an extra dimension because what it means is our forwards, our Martial, your Rashfords and your Cavani's, and if we got one piece and breaking from midfield, they can now get into the box. And Dom, how many times have you seen us or Liverpool, for example, and the great attacking teams cross fullback to fullback? And we've been saying, can Man United do that? We had Luke Shaw crossing to Wan-Bissaka for a goal.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
That's got to tell you everything you want to know about the direction that Ollie wants to take this team in.
Yeah, no, I can completely agree. And I'm thinking about I'm thinking about the Everton team. I'm thinking about what do they pose towards us? Because first of all, I don't think they're going to go down to 10 men after 2 minutes. They haven't got anybody that stupid to do that. What a fool that was. What an absolute fool he was. You see his expression when he actually did it. He was like, he didn't even say anything. He was like, you know what I mean? He was just completely out of it. What a fool. Like, they're not
Dom, leave it. He's a young player making his debut.
Man.
You give him a pass, man. Don't go on the kid.
I'll give him a pass. It's fine, no problem. But for the actual game, it was stupid what he did, and he will learn from that. I ain't got time for that because, come on, he just completely destroyed the rest of his team. If you get given a chance because you've got injuries, try and take it. Don't absolutely make the rest of your team members have to run and make up for your stupidness.
It was a brainless tackle.
If I was on that pitch, I'll be furious with the brother. I'd be like, you've had your chance, right? And the first thing you do is go with an awful. That could have ended McTominay's season.
I've watched it and I still can't work out what he was actually trying to do. I just don't know.
Stupid. It makes me angry, man. The guy's stupid. You could have hurt Scott McTominay, right? And you just completely. Did you see Hasenhutl's face? He was like, I've literally just started the boy, and he's gone and done that. I don't like that. I don't like what he could have done to Scott. I don't like all the slack the team had to pick up. But I know Everton aren't that stupid. Look, Everton were out without Pickford.
Yeah. Take
that for what you will. He knows.
I'm upset. I'm upset about that, man. I wish he was playing. That guy is a rubbish goalkeeper. Rubbish goalkeeper. That guy the guy they got to replace him is actually better than him.
Yeah, I know. So that's a bit of a shame. Allen's might be too soon for Allen, and obviously Allen's a great signing for me. I think he's so astute. He's calm on the ball. He's got a little bit of fighting in him, a bit of fierce and fire in him. I like him.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got James Rodriguez, who was an unused sub against Leeds. Obviously, they won against Leeds, and they've obviously bought Joshua King, who we were linked with as well. So, look, they want to come back and return the favor, right? They don't want to lose this game. If you're looking at their form, well, if you look at even the art form. We've won, drawn one, lost, drawn one, right? And their form is actually quite similar to us, but they just lost one more game than us. It's a win, a loss, a win, a draw, a loss, and a win. So it's up and down for them. They're due probably now a loss or a draw based on their form. So hopefully we can make that come to fruition. But for me, there are players I want to talk about for Everton, which will kind of lead to why I've chosen my starting lineup and why you've chosen yours. And what we'll do, guys, we'll essentially compare both teams and put them side to side and decide. But it was hard to kind of come up with my team this game because I want to make sure that we've got a good balance and we're thinking about the game and we know that Bay's a massive doubt as well, so I didn't include him, or I probably would have. But he's come out and said, Ollie said that it's a doubt for Bay. But the kind of players I want to talk about for Everton, I do not like the uncertainty and randomness of Richarlison. The guy, I just don't know which Richarlison is going to show up. Calvert-Lewin, I know he's good, but he's gone very quiet since the beginning of the season, Sean, when he was everything he touched went in. Ricochet.
Don't sleep on him, bro. He's come back with a goal.
I'm not saying to sleep on him. I'm just saying he's not as deadly in my eyes as Richarlison because I don't know what Richarlison is going to do. I can imagine Richarlison doing something and then Calvert-Lewin will be there just to tap it in when it goes off the post or something. We need to keep our eye on the whole Everton team, but Richarlison, there's something about this guy, and that's why I put him on the video here, that he's a danger. He's a danger for me and for United, and I think Ollie will be talking to them saying, we need to watch out Richarlison.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, look, we're going to see.
I'm not, do you know what? If we had Diogo Dalot playing at right back against Richarlison, I'll be worried. If we had Brandon Williams playing at right back, I might be a little bit worried. But what I'm saying is we don't need to worry about that. We got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the best defensive fullback 1v1 in Europe. So I don't care who it is. It could be Mbappe, could be flipping Lionel Messi, it could be Cristiano Ronaldo. Coming up against Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he'll handle anybody. We've seen it time and time again. So Richarlison doesn't pose a threat to me in terms of him. If they play him on the left up against AWB, he's going to have to do something very clever, something very special, which his game is running at the ball, running with the ball.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
anyone running with the ball against Wan-Bissaka is getting eaten up all day.
Oh
So
yeah,
for me,
yeah. That's what
I'm not
AW loves.
exactly. So I'm not worried about that link up. The danger man for me, there's two, right? Coming off the other side, if James plays and he's floating, picking up pockets in between the lines, I think
Yeah,
we might. Luke Shaw, the form he's in, again, I'm not really worried, but it just depends if James finds a way to float and find some space and come off the line, then it could be a potential problem, right? I would say, but for me, Calvert-Lewin's a danger man. That guy he's stepped up this season. He's always been on the peripheral. He wasn't getting games, but since Ancelotti's came in last season, it's been like a different player watching him.
yeah.
And
But
for
he's
me,
falling short a little bit at the moment. Now,
well, no, he's had a little bad run where he wasn't scoring,
yeah.
but that's in line with the
Everyone does.
team, right?
Yeah,
The team has been up and down. But if you look the other night in a big game where it mattered, he stepped up and he brought the goal. So he's going to be buzzing again. He's going to have confidence again. And I feel like at any moment, he's not a kind of striker that you want to give a chance to. He can pop up one chance, one header, and it's a goal. And against our defence with Harry Maguire and Lindelof, you just don't know. When it comes to crossing in the box, his movement is very clever and intelligent. So I feel like those two, for me, is the worry. They need to be fully concentrated and on it for 90 minutes, because if he gets a sniff, he could punish us. But
yeah.
other than that, I'm not worried.
Yeah, they've got a lot of players that can punish us. Look, Southampton had a lot of players that could punish us. There's a lot. What team in the league doesn't really have a player? Flicking Connolly for Brighton could punish us. Like flicking, there's players that can punish us, but it's how we kind of approach this game. And my thinking behind this is that, again, we're going to talk about team lineups shortly, but my thinking behind is that we have just come off the back of a 9-0 win. It would mean absolutely nothing if we go tomorrow at home and lose to Everton. It would mean absolutely nothing. And it's one of those situations where football, we're playing games thick and fast. We cannot afford to go to Everton and lose. Like, we just can't. And we can't.
We're not going to lose.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you're saying that. But we can't underestimate what this team's about. Look, Everton have won their game, I believe. We won that game. Obviously, the reason that we beat Southampton, were both up to this, and I know they'll want to come back and show that they're not going to get beaten again. I know for a fact they want to win this game, and my only worry is that what mentality do we bring? Because we're not playing 10 men, Sean, and that's why I called this show. Can we do it against 11 men? We need to bring the same mentality, the same vigor, the same energy. Like I've seen so many times when we play 10 men or something like that. We're not going crazy like that again. We're not going. You're right, Sean.
Yeah,
we're not going crazy like that again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not going like gun ho trying to smash people when we got 10 men, because sometimes 10 men are harder to break down. But something was different about when we played this team. We went for it. We were passing. We were moving. We were crossing. I'm still trying to figure out what was different. What was it? Our mentality? Was it the players we had on the pitch? But then I can't say the players we had on the pitch, because we've had those players playing the pitch so many times and not actually perform. So something comes to my mind thinking, what's going on? And I've seen Rashford come out today and say that football's changed a lot. People don't really care about watching the game. All they care about is goals and assists. He's obviously getting a bit angry now. He's responding to all the criticism and
But why would he come out? What was he why did he come out? Did he just come out and post that, or was he responding to somebody?
I'm not sure. I just saw a quote about it. It might have been a press conference, or it might have just been a quote to someone else. But
seems like a weird statement for him to make.
Yeah, no, mate. I don't think it's weird, because he's been getting a lot of stick lately. He's been subject to racism. He's been subject to, he's not clinical with his ball. We know all the sort of stuff that Rashford can improve on. But the problem is, people are forgetting that he's 23. He's achieved more than footballers have dreamed of.
Hang on a minute. Sorry, Dom. Maybe. Go on.
He's achieved so much at an age. And the reason that myself, lots of football fans criticize him is because he's constructive. We're trying to get him to go from here to here. We've talked about the curious case of Marcus Rashford. Can this brother ever improve his peripheral vision, his football IQ, know when to pass and be a team player? Because at the moment, we talked about it, Sean, Marcus Rashford plays for Marcus Rashford. The reason he scored is because Greenwood, actually, and I said to you, Sean, he's a team player. That was a beautiful cross that he made. And also, did you see the balls he was doing with his left foot? The crossfield balls. He made about 3 crossfield balls with his left foot just to find players. You know that one that he did to Bruno, and it went across bits to Bruno, and Bruno passed it to Dan James. Greenwood is actually, because he's not a striker, he's learning to actually play for the team more. And I saw that so much more in Southampton. I thought he was incredible. Obviously, you didn't see all that because you were flicking cooking and making your peppermint tea. But I was watching Greenwood, and that's my thing. I need this team tomorrow to step up and not say, oh, it's hard, it's Everton. Do the same thing. Do the same thing. There's nothing wrong with playing fast, hard, crossing if you're playing 11 men. And that's my worry. Are we going to be able to do it against 11 men?
Yeah, I feel like going on this Marcus Rashford thing, you're saying he's been getting a lot of stick, a lot of heat. I can't understand for the life of me, right, why anybody would be getting on this kid's back. He's got 15 goals this season. 15 goals, right? The guy has been phenomenal. I feel like people need to just sit back, just forget their agendas, right? And actually understand what kind of player we've got on our hands. We've got a gem. Most teams will they'd give their left. I was going to say something else then, but I'm not going to say it. But most teams basically would sacrifice quite a lot to have a player of that caliber in their ranks. And I feel like we need to, as Man United fans, we need to think about our expectations and maybe reset them a little bit in terms of what we expect of Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford is never going to be a player, in my opinion, who is going to have the vision and creativity and awareness of a Bruno Fernandes, for example, when we're talking about his peripheral vision and wing mirrors. That is part of what you would call, I don't use this IQ, but what basically the criticisms level at him is his decision making. Now, yes, his decision making is very poor at times, and it's cost us. But again, as a 23-year-old, he's not going to have
23, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 23, right? And it's very rare for a player to be the finished article in terms of making the right decisions at the right time at that age. Yes, you get some freaks like people like Wayne Rooney, who they play with maturity beyond their years. That's why it's called development. That's why it's called maturing as a football player. That decision making and knowing when to pass, when to shoot, when to dribble, when to be greedy, when to be selfless.
Yeah,
that is part of your football development, and most players won't get that until they're 26, 27, hitting their peak, and they're making the right decision every single time. So I'm not mad at Marcus Rashford for that, but at the same time, I feel like it's an area that he needs to develop, and he will develop. But if you're expecting him to turn into a Bruno Fernandes and have the awareness of Bruno Fernandes, he's never going to have that, because if he did, he'd have it already. The bit where he will have is the passes that he does see. Will he make them, and when will he make them, and will he make them at the right times? And it's the decision making that we need to focus on. But regardless of that, he's on his trajectory as a football player. He's well on his way. He's well on his way. You know what, right? You can't criticize the guy.
We talk about IQ and stuff with Marcus Rashford, and I think he will definitely be involved tomorrow. We talk about it. Some of the stuff he's doing, really, if you're looking back at videos, because you'll watch videos after the match, right? You'll be like, okay, this is what you could have done. This is what you could have done. He'll see, and they'll talk about it with the analysts and say, Marcus, you could have passed here. He was free. Cavani was shouting for it. And Marcus will see it, but it just shows you that in the game, he can't fathom it. His brain's going too fast to say, wait, look up. Because, mate, if we watch a video of ourselves, we'll be like, yep, I've noted that down mentally. But when you're on the pitch and you're going 100 miles per hour, sometimes you just can't slow everything down and do it. And I can see, because if he actually improved that decision making, my God, he would improve so quickly. But he just can't. We would have seen it by now. He's played so many games. We would have seen that sort of improvement in his decision making by now.
And it's not that he can't.
Always say,
but it's gonna, yeah, exactly, yeah. And it's not that he can't do it. At the moment, he's not doing it. But it's like anything. It's like through experience, through coaching, through making the wrong decisions, you learn, and then eventually you'll implement it and hopefully you start making the right decisions more consistently. And that's the difference between going on to become a great player or, you know, playing at Crystal Palace and playing at a mid-table Premiership team. Because if Marcus Rashford is still making these decisions when he's 28, 29, he's not going to be at Man United. That's just the fact. He'll be gone. Yeah. He'll be going. He'll go somewhere else. So he has to develop it. But it's a natural trajectory. I feel like people thinking that he can go from doing that and then in next week or in 2 or 3 weeks start making the right decisions. It's not realistic. This is a progression that may take 1 or 2 seasons before we start to see him doing the right things more consistently. And that's just how it goes.
You told me before that he probably won't ever have it. So you seem like you're changing your mind a bit. You're saying he probably won't ever.
No, I said he might not. He might not ever get to be that guy who's making the right decisions 9 out of 10 times. And that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't, he won't stay at Man United.
Fine. All right. Before we go into team lineups, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe the video. Thank you so much again. I want to ask you a quick question before we get your team up and my predicted team up. Who transfer value, right? How much would Son be worth and how much would Rashford be worth if they were sold in the summer?
In the summer? Ooh, good question. So,
guys, let me know what you think. Son, how much would Son be worth in the summer, and how much would Rashford be worth in the summer?
If you're talking about Marcus Rashford, didn't he just sign a new contract recently?
I think it's in the works. I don't think it's been
done. He hasn't signed it yet.
I know Bruno's been touted to have a new contract too as well.
Yeah, I heard about that. They need to sign him up.
He's on some low wage as well, you know. Like I'll say it's like
100 grand.
180
grand a week.
180 or something. Go on, how much?
Marcus Rashford, right now in the current market, he's got to be going for at least 180 million.
180 million?
Yeah, that's assuming he's on a long-term contract, which I don't know if he is. But yeah, you can't sell an asset like that for anything less than 180 million.
Right, are you saying that he's on, like, say he's on a 5-year contract?
Yeah. 5-year contract. Yeah, I'm not coming to the table. I'm not entertaining phone calls. I'm not having any meetings. I'm not responding to emails unless we're talking 180 mil.
Okay, I'm going to come back to that in a second. How much is Son?
Son, what is he now? Coming up to, what is he, 28, 27, 28? How old is he? Tell me how old he is.
Son. He is, great picture. He's 28 years old. July will be 29.
So he's going to be 29 in a few months' time. I'd say he's probably got another 2, maximum 3, but probably more likely he's got another 2 years at this level, playing at his top form. I don't know how long his Spurs contract is. If I'm looking to buy Son,
remember he's in the peak of his career.
Yeah, but he's in a team where they're not really going to be able to fulfill his ambition and his quality. We don't know how much. Yeah, we don't know how much. I'm giving you the context of this number before I give it.
Tell me how much, man.
I don't know how much longer he's got on his contract, and also, he's an old man. He's an old man.
He's not an old man. Don't give us
3 years. He's an old man, right? In football terms.
33. He's amazing.
So
old man.
And how much did we pay for Cavani?
Doesn't matter. I'm saying to
you,
free
transfer. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He's not an old man.
There you go. So what I'm saying is,
people at 28 are old men.
He's going to be 29 in 3 months. In football terms, he's an old man.
No, he's not an old man.
His numbers are only going one way from here, Dom.
No, I don't think so. I think Son's
so I'll tell you. All right, going back to your original question, I'm saying for Tottenham, you got to be looking at around 80 M's for Son in the summer, 90 million max.
90 million.
90 million.
All right.
I'm not paying that, by the way, but I think it's fair for them to demand that.
Mate, you can't even pay your electricity bill, man. Don't worry about that. I'm going to say that Rashford, you said 180 million based on a 5-year contract. We were looking at Sancho, who had how much on his contract left? 2
years.
2 years. And he was 20. How old is he? 20? 20?
20. Yeah, 20.
And he was going for 120. And you're saying Rashford at 23, not doing the numbers. I don't think he's doing the same numbers as Sancho in the league, right? Sancho was doing disgusting scoring and assist numbers, right?
In the Bundesliga.
Yeah, and the Bundesliga is a good league. People keep saying
it's not on the level of the Premier League, mate.
Whatever.
We know that. That's a fact.
Marcus Rashford, But this is the thing. Neymar went for 200 mil.
But that's what I'm basing it on.
But Neymar is light years ahead of Rashford.
And Mbappe. Those guys were talking about 200 million.
Yes,
and that was like 2 years ago.
Rashford, though.
They're not light years ahead of Rashford, man.
What? You're saying Neymar is not light years ahead of Rashford?
Light years, it's a bit extreme, Dom. He's ahead of him, of course he is, but he's not light years.
A couple of steps ahead. Are you joking? Neymar and Rashford are not comparable in the slightest for me.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You not agree?
I say I'm basing it on potential. Again, when you value a player, you have to look at and it's the same thing Dortmund would have been doing when they were putting that stupid money on Sancho's head. Rashford, his trajectory, look how good he is right now, and we know. Or if you look at his potential, I still feel like there's probably another 30%.
Yeah, 100%
to go in Rashford. So if you're valuing him current and he's on a 5-year deal, you got to think how much you're going to have to pay to get another player of like that. There's not players out there like that. Marcus Rashford don't come out there. So if you want to pay, you want to take him out of his hometown, Boytown club, you better come up with some cash, bro.
But listen to me. If Neymar's worth 200 million, I'm trying to be serious.
It was more than that, though. He paid more than that.
Well, there you go. He's more than that. Right. Let me just ask a simple question. If there was a chance between having Neymar on a 5-year contract and giving Rashford another 5-year contract, say you had a chance to sell Neymar, but it means you have to sell Rashford, would you do it?
No. I don't want that guy. I don't want Neymar anywhere near my football club. That guy's a virus.
Take away. If you had Mbappe or Rashford, who would you take?
That's stupid question. If who would I rather have in my team, Mbappe or Rashford? Mbappe all day. Yeah,
okay,
all day.
Fine. So how much is Mbappe worth to you?
What, right now in the current market?
Yeah,
you can't sell that guy for less than 200, 220.
I'll say 250. You know
you can't. You can't sell him. Can't sell him for less than that.
Guy is he's not even got a transfer value because it's too much for anybody to buy. He's younger than Rashford, right? He's younger than Rashford. The numbers he's bringing up is ridiculous.
But Dom,
wait. Let me say.
Go on.
So if Mbappe's worth about 250, right, and he's younger than Rashford, for me, 200 million is 200 million for Rashford is far too much, mate.
I said 180 million, right?
Sorry, mate.
And also, what I would also say on that is, how much more potential has Mbappe got? Has he reached his ceiling?
Mbappe can't touch the ceiling, man. He's 22 and he's doing this already. Look at Ronaldo, what he was doing, right? I'm not comparing the two, but he's electric like Ronaldo. He's not an athlete like Ronaldo, but I think for me, just a long story short, Rashford for me at this stage and based on potential is more around the 120 to 150 mark for me.
I won't argue that, but I'll just put a premium on my top assets.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get the team news up. Sean, let's get your one first. So
bring it on, baby.
We've got a big game tomorrow, and Sean is, I bet he's going to go with his old trusty, faithful. Don't do anything dangerous. Play it safe because we've got to win, which I respect. Some people might find it boring, but you know what?
Just remember, guys, after last week, if you picked Dom's team, we had no goals. We scored no goals last week with Dom's strikers.
That makes no sense what you're saying right now. Whatever.
My team.
Yeah, go on.
We go. Look, yeah. So basically, what I've done, I've just said to myself, we won the game 9-0.
Mm-hmm.
How can you change that team? You can't change a winning team that wins that well. I'm saying to the guys.
1 second, stay there.
All right.
Keep talking about your team quickly. Your lineup. Who's in goal?
Oh, wait. Okay. So in goal, we've got De Gea. Left back, Shaw. It's the same team that played the other night. So you got Victor, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, AWB across the back. McFred in midfield. Keep that high energy pace. And then obviously we've got Bruno in number 10. I've gone with Greenwood again. Give him another run out on the right. Rashford on the left. Cavani up front. Hopefully he's fit and his ankle holds up. For me, Dom, where's my team, man? I want to talk about my team.
Go on then.
Yeah, so I'm saying you cannot change that lineup, boys. I'm saying to the guys in the dressing room, go out, same again. Let's keep that intensity up. We're talking about application. We're talking about attitude. We're talking about focus. Why mix a team up? Why change it? Why bring in an extra dynamic? Everyone's going to be confident. They're going to be hungry. They want to go back out on that pitch with that same energy. So for me, I'm just like, same again, lads. And show me that wasn't a fluke. Show me that wasn't a one-off. Let's go and crack on. I don't think any changes are needed.
I see what you're saying, because I want to prove a point too. That's why the whole show is called "Can We Do It Against 11?" And it's a good test. But also, mate, we've got a squad, and we've got fatigue, and we know we keep playing people with backaches, with injuries and stuff. We keep burning them out, right? Why can't we try and say, look, this team did it, guys. I'm going to make a few changes. Now it's your turn. Show me what you can do. I understand what you're doing, Sean. I do get it. But I think there's also a point to prove that he's rested Pogba for a reason. I don't think he's dropping Pogba again. I don't think he's going to say, guys, you did it against Southampton, so I believe you're going to do it against Everton. I think that would be a little bit naive from Ollie, because Ollie's done that before when he says, all right, they played really good, so I'm going to play the same team for 6 games in a row. We've seen what's happened there, Sean. So I understand where you're coming from, and I see both sides, but at the same time, we've got a squad for a reason, and Everton are a different team, Southampton, in the way they play. They've got taller players. I wouldn't have Fred in this pitch. They've got a very tall team. Toure would sit on Fred. He would literally boot him down the pitch. So what I'll do, I'll get my team up, and we'll go from there, because I want to show you what I would do, because I've gone...
You know what? I hear what you're saying. I totally hear what you're saying, but I'm just like, you know what? It's like, yeah, I thought about bringing in, and to be honest, if you'd have asked me this before that game, I would have definitely said Pogba's rested, tell him to come in and play. And if we'd have won 1-0 or 2-0, I would have been like, you know what, still Pogba come in. But after a team wins 9-0, you can't change that team. You can't change it. It doesn't make any sense.
But you can change a team,
because what happens if you come out and you don't get a result then? You'll be like, why do you change a winning team? Have you not heard of that formula in football? You never change a winning team.
But mate,
if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Listen to me. How many times have we won a game, and then we play the same team?
We've never won 9-0.
No.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying, though, Dom. The only reason I'm saying keep the same team is not because we won. It's because we won to that extent. It was a 9 and the performance.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's not because we won, it's because of the extent to which we won. I'm just like, you know what, guys? And I can look any player in the face, in the squad, and I don't think they'd have any issues or complaints to be left out after your team just won 9-0.
Yeah, okay, fine. It makes your thing. But guys, for my team, I've gone with De Gea, just like Sean. I've gone with Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, AWB. I would have gone with Bailly for that pace that Richarlison would do. And playing Matic for that extra cover for Matic. But unfortunately, Bailly's not playing, according to Ollie. It's a very big doubt, to be fair. The amount of lies Ollie says, he'd probably be playing Bailly up front. But for me, it's going to be the same back four.
Talk about a manager like that.
What I'm doing, man, I love Ollie, man. What I'm doing in midfield is that I feel like Ollie's already came out and said, look, Pogba, when we played Southampton, he said, look, this is a rotation. We've got so many games coming up. Pogba needs to be rested. He's played so many games. So for me, I'm completely happy with playing Pogba in midfield. We've got Matic there, because what I want to try and do against Everton is that they're going to be trying to get the ball, and we know that Matic is good at keeping the ball. Also, he's very tall. We've got Toure there. We've got Richarlison's not small. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We have to think about set pieces. If we don't think about set pieces, they will score tomorrow, 100%. I could have easily put McTominay in there instead of Matic. I could have easily put Matic and McTominay, but that's very defensive. I don't want to do that. So I've got Matic and Pogba there. As Pogba goes forward, Matic will stay back and basically make a back five. That's what he normally does anyway. And Bruno will be flying over all the place like a flicking bee on acid, honestly. And then you got Greenwood. The reason I'm playing Greenwood is because that guy, if people watched him, again, if you didn't watch, guys, go and watch Greenwood again. Go and find some YouTube highlights from Greenwood, because the guy was doing 30, 40-yard balls with left and right foot. The guy made Rashford's goal. He played the ball cross-field to Bruno, who set up Dan James. He is turning into a team player. He's realised that he's not the Greenwood that's going to go and do 7 step overs and score. He's realizing, actually, I can be as effective and keep playing games if I play for the team. And that's why I've played him there. I could have played Van de Beek there, but at the moment, Ollie doesn't like him. He's not got enough match rhythm. And I don't say that he didn't like him. I'm not going to say that. Ollie, I've already come out and said Van de Beek needs to play with a team that plays a team. We're not there yet. We're not playing his sort of football. So we need to improve the team as a passing collective team before Van de Beek can really be effective. It's just people are just not on his level in terms of passing and agility in terms of that. And then we look at Bruno. Obviously, Bruno's got to start. Martial I've got on the left because he looks angry. The guy did not celebrate 1 goal. He's angry of what social media is saying to him. He's angry with what people said to his wife. He's angry that people are doubting his ability. And that is the best Martial to play. Go and get some more goals. Go on a run and show people that you should never doubt Martial. Never doubt Martial. And obviously Cavani picks himself. We know that for a fact. Akil, what's going on, my brother? Good to have you. I think Ollie will go for DGG. Yeah, AWB short. Same back for problematic. That's the same. Mate, you've gone for the exact same team apart from Cavani. Mate, me and you, man. That's my guy.
Where's Dom? You're not picking Rashford?
No, Rashford from the bench for me, bro.
No, Rashford. Dom.
Yeah, mate, you're not playing Pogba, so what are you talking about?
15-goal Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, that's not a problem. He can come on and
Dom,
and change
this is why I hope Ollie never goes to your selections, because we never have any goals, Dom.
What are you talking? Martial scored 2, Bruno scored 1, Cavani scored 1. What are you talking about?
Rashford, mate. You can't have Rashford in there.
Said made absolutely no sense.
You've got
Rashford. We've got no goals. Are you having a laugh?
You've got to have Rashford in there,
mate. Do you want me to say that again? Bruno scored.
You've got to have Rashford in there,
and Cavani scored. And Greenwood set up basically 2 goals. What are you talking about?
I'm saying you got to have Rashford in there, Dom.
Mate, I'm saying you've got to have Pogba there. Why not?
That's because Pogba wasn't in the game. We won 9-0, bro.
Cavani had a lock. Yeah, you know what, Akil? I'm not sure, because Ollie likes to play games. He's played Lindelof with a back injury since he was 5, right? Maguire's played every game. Rashford's had a back injury for ages, still played him. I don't know. I still expect to see Cavani, but bro, it might be true, man. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new. Really appreciate it. I love catching up with you and seeing all the usual faces and the new faces as well. I love it. Chris is saying you need Pogba for creativity. Yeah, Chris, don't worry about Sean. Sometimes he goes in these weird situations.
Where was the creativity? Where was Pogba when we stomped Southampton 9-0?
Oh my God.
Where was Pogba?
Sean, what are you talking about? Where was Pogba for us against Fulham with that amazing shot? You can't.
No, what I'm saying is, rubbish, we don't need him for creativity, because we had a lot of it on Tuesday night, bro. We had a lot of it then.
Sean, I think you need some more peppermint tea, mate.
Mate, you know what? I'd love some more peppermint tea, mate.
So this is a team, guys. I need to get your thoughts on this. Which team do you prefer for the game tomorrow? All you need to do is say Dominic or Sean, and we'll cast the votes like we did last preview, because obviously Sean has divorced Pogba.
For now, yeah. I have. For now, yeah. He divorced us first, 100%. Though, man.
Akil, 100%. Luke Shaw he's undroppable, man. He is undroppable. It's like a newborn baby. You ain't dropping that. Like, honestly.
Dom, do you think on Luke Shaw? Let's give him a shout out, because Southgate, if he's not in the next England squad, they need to shoot Gareth Southgate and get him out of that job, because that is an agenda. I'm sorry. Luke Shaw, there isn't a left back in the country that can touch him right now on current form.
Oh, he's just unbelievable. Look,
especially an English one. Let me clarify that. The English one. I don't want to hear about no Ben Chilwell and all that rubbish. Mate. Luke Shaw is number 1 right now.
This is a good point from Sufan here, right? Because you're talking about creativity. The only game I've seen, and this is where's Sufan's comment? The only time I've really seen, he said, but McFred has proven too many times that they can't consistently create, Sean. The only time I've seen them really do well, Fred and McTominay, was against Leeds, when we had the authority to go forward and overlap. Every other game, we know Fred and McTominay are for games when we want to be conservative. It's a fact. Ollie will write his autobiography and say, yeah, I played McFred. Yeah, I know about what people call them. I played them when we needed to be solid at the back. I basically played McFred as to make 1 CDM, I play 2 CMs, because they're not a CDM. When we're looking at creativity, I'm looking at Pogba. Pogba can do balls that other people haven't done, and Matic likes to fire balls through that line. So I feel like you want all the creativity to come from the top four players rather than the back 2, which is fine, because you want that solidify that strength You want to use the confidence that they've all got. But this is a different element, and there's nothing wrong with playing Matic and Pogba. Let's see what people are saying. Sufan saying it has to be done for me, though I do understand Sean's reasoning. Nice one. Theodore's go with you, Sean. And yeah, we'll leave it there. All right, guys. So this
nice one, Dom, man. That means I won basically. But I know you're not. When you're not bringing up the comments.
No,
I know what time it is. Okay. All right, cool.
Man, I'm not being,
I know last week you were being a bit selective with
no, mate. I will never be selective like that, mate. I ain't got time for that. So let me just get this back. So yeah, so this is the situation we're in. I think both teams will work, but again, we never know what Ollie's going to do. We never know what Ollie's going to do in that situation, because look, Ollie's one of those guys where he'll play what he feels.
I've got to ask you a question, man, because I know what Ollie feels. But what's your feelings on Marcus Rashford? Because I feel like every time there's an opportunity to drop him in your team selections, you take it. Because we both dropped him after what game was it, where we were frustrated with him? I think it was after the Liverpool game. For the Arsenal game, we both didn't pick him in our team. And now you've dropped him again after he scored, and you're going with Mason, who didn't score. I'm just like, what's your real genuine? I want to understand where you're at with Marcus, because I feel like you're a little bit frustrated with him. I'm
not frustrated with him. I don't think you should put words in my mouth. For me, I feel like when we play Marcus Rashford, when we wind him up and have this burning desire, he plays even better. I like when he's got to fight for his place. When you get people that know they're going to be on the team sheet every single week, they get bored, they get complacent. It's like in a normal workplace. For me, I've got nothing against Rashford. I love the guy. He's a baller. He's got so much potential to get even better, and he can do whatever he wants. He can score penalties. He can score free kicks. He can nutmeg like he did the other day. But for me, it's just tactical. Marcus Rashford has scored in the last game, and he had some good moments. He had some poor moments, but he had some really good moments. Why not come in half-time and see how it is? This is about rotation, Sean. This is about squad rotation and getting other people to play. Matic has not played for a while. Pogba's not played for a while. Greenwood is for me, he's shown that he helps the team. If you watch it again, he helped the team massively, whereas Rashford he is more about scoring individual runs. We've talked about it before. I've got nothing against him. I just feel like he'll be happy to come off the bench if he has to and absolutely destroy it. And then we've got the FA Cup next week, right, on Tuesday. He'll play there. It's no problem.
So in your best Man United 11, who do you favour Martial over Rashford?
In my best, it's so hard, because would it be based on the last game or overall?
No, just if you've got a one-off game to play tomorrow.
Yeah, who against though? Because it's about who we're playing.
Nah, Dom, it could be any opponent. I'm saying you don't know the opponent. It's a blind opponent.
Okay.
You just got to pick a Man United 11 to go into this game. Who are you picking?
Yeah, I'm picking Rashford, yeah.
Instead of over Martial?
No, over Greenwood.
Okay. And who plays? So Rashford will go on the right?
Yeah. Only because even though he's not a right winger, but I had that on the pitch.
Okay.
On the pitch and hope that for some reason he had a good night's sleep and he's on it.
Okay.
But at the same time, Rashford's not a right winger. Greenwood's not a right winger. We've got one, but he's playing for the under-23s against Blackburn. So,
man, he's playing tonight. I can't wait to see those highlights. I'm mad. Yeah, it must be starting now.
Yeah.
I haven't got Man United TV. Otherwise, I'd tune into that. All right, then who would your midfield two be?
What, to play the best?
No, yeah, the best team. If you got a blind match tomorrow, who are you putting in the double pivot?
It'll be Cavani, Martial, Bruno, Rashford. In midfield, it'll be to win any game. Have to be Pogba. Oh, Diallo's got assist already. Nice one, Akil. Appreciate that, brother.
Yes. Get him in. He's got to play against West Ham. All right, drop a like on the video if you want Amad Diallo to play against West Ham. Mate, I want to start a campaign for him to play against West Ham. We need him.
Perfect to play against West Ham, man. And then, for me, it would be to beat any team. Probably Matic and Pogba, man.
I thought you were going to say that. Yeah, Matic and Pogba. Yeah,
because I feel like Fred is not one of those players that's gonna. He's such a good player in our own half.
Like I said to him, he should be banned. And I said this every week. Fred should not be allowed. Ollie should not let him play a pass over 10 yards. He can only play 5 and 10-yard passes. Fred, that's it. Because anything over 15 yards, he cannot hit it. It's going out of play.
I've seen
I-
him, Sean, when he passes someone and he launches it into them. I mean,
mate, it's hard to. It's actually hard to watch. Whenever Fred opens up and he looks like he's going to play a long ball, I'm like, Fred, don't do it. Just pass it to McTominay, please, because you're good at that. But he's got to stop trying these long range passes. Just not in his game.
he shouldn't be allowed to shoot either. I agree. His shooting is terrible.
Oh, it's awful. But the mad thing is, Dom, he scored on the first ever game he played for us, and he's never scored again.
Do you remember what Bruno said about him? Like, yeah, we always practice free kicks, and then we let Fred try, and we just laugh. He basically just said that.
Oh, mate, he's got to stop shooting. And 5 and 10 yard passes only. Honestly.
Yeah, no, it's funny. All right, so look, let's get the score predictions up. I'm intrigued.
Let's do it.
What are you saying? Score prediction and first goal scorer.
Do you know what? I could see us potentially having to come from behind again on this one.
I hate when we come from behind. Man.
I hope we don't have to, because it's not going to be easy to come back. If Everton get the first goal, it's going to be a hard night's work. But I do think we'll win. I think the team's going to be on a high. I think if they approach it with the same mindset and mentality, we should be able to make this easy game. So I'm going to go with. You think about that team and the lineup. I'm going to go with a 3-1.
3-1, yeah?
Yeah, 3-1 win. And the first goal scorer, backing my boy Eddie El Matador.
3-1, okay. Usman's going for 2-0. Akil's going for 3-1. Marshall, Bruno Rashford, wow. Chris is going
Akil.
Buggy Vibes, Tim's going Cavani or Bruno score for us.
Big up Buggy Vibes.
Everybody's confident. Yeah. I'm watching Diallo. Did you guys see Cavani coach Rashford on how to make runs? Yeah, I love it. I loved it. You see that where Cavani was like, hey, you go flip it. And then Rashford scored like 5 minutes later. The guy is elite, mate.
They need to listen to him. They've got to listen to him.
He's an old man, apparently. He's not an old man, mate. He's as young as he feels. For me, right?
Right. Cavani is an old man, but he's a good old man. He's a good quality, world-class old man. But he's an old man. He's the same age as me. I'm an old man. Right?
Yeah. I'm not even
you know what I mean? In football terms, not in life terms.
All right.
In life terms, mate, I'm still looking fresh and fly, It is what it is.
Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, I'm going to say score would be...
What are you saying?
I'm going for a 1-0 Manchester United.
1-0, tight game. Okay.
Tight game.
You think? I got a feeling. I don't know. Everton. I feel like they're going to score. I don't know why.
I always feel like every team is going to score against us with set pieces. I always feel that.
Yeah, with Calvert-Lewin, I can see him getting a goal. Centre back. This highlights a problem for me, Dom. Yeah. Right? We need a centre back who can boss a striker like Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, physical, beast.
You know who that
aggressive.
is? That's flicking Bailly, mate. But he's not going to play.
He's not Bailly, mate. I told you that guy cannot stay fit.
He's good in the box. Stop about the kind of stay fit thing.
He can't stay fit.
Yeah, that's just a little thing you've got for him, mate. Forget about that. When he plays, he's good in the box. It's a fact.
When he plays, but the field, mate, are you going to say this? Look, Dom, come on. If you're playing 5 games, if you're playing 5 games a season, how useful are you?
Sean, I didn't ask you a question. How reliable is Bailly? I said if we were playing Bailly, he's good at defending. What you're saying now has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying, and the thing with Bailly, right? He is aggressive in the tackle. Yeah, he would be the best defender up against Calvert-Lewin.
100%
but still, I think we still need someone who's got a bit more. Bailly, he's a bit rash, man. You just don't know if he's going to do a kung fu kick. He's going to do. You just don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, I agree.
I need it. Yeah, so I still can't rely on someone like that.
Yeah, but for me, every game he's played, in the last game...
Yeah, he's played well this season. He's been good. This season, he's been good. Yeah,
I haven't seen him do one kung fu kick, kung fu. I'm not seeing him do one.
Yeah, so, he's done well. He's just got to stay fit.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he can't.
Guys, thank you so much for joining. Like the video. We're only 3 away from 300. So if we can get 300 tonight, that would be amazing. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button. It'll be amazing. Like the video. We'll be back for the match reaction straight after the game tomorrow. Please be good. Please be good. I don't know whether to wear my green one or my red one, because I don't know if we won 9-0 with my green one. So I'll keep wearing my green top until we do a madness. But guys, thank you so much. This is myself, Dominic. This is Sean. Have a lovely weekend. Peace out. Boom.